Hello, everyone. Well, a dream come true for me uh, to interview the top three ranks of an exam as competitive as the FNB entrance exam. So, with our head sky high, I would welcome up our toppers, Dr. Vishnu, Dr. Durkesh, and Dr. Philip, and I would congratulate them for their commendable achievement, securing the top three ranks in FNB 2023. Welcome, guys, and many congratulations to you once again.
Mm.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir. Thank you,
Uh,
sir.
I would like to start with you, Dr. Philip.
Yes.
So rank three,
Yes, sir.
just on a lighter note, satisfied with your performance, or you still have that feeling that you missed the top rank by just a whisker?
Actually, I am really satisfied with my performance because while taking the mock exam, I used to get around 20 or 15. So the last 1 week of my preparation really boosted my rank, I think so. So I am really satisfied, sir.
Okay, so satisfied. That's
Mhm.
great. And that's how you should be contented because that in itself is a great achievement.
Yes.
Uh, so what's your branch preference going to be for
Uh,
this upcoming exam?
I will be taking sports medicine and arthroscopy, sir.
Okay, so
Mm.
you are also in favor of arthroscopy and sports medicine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's a great branch, and me being a specialist in the same field would always say welcome to you to the fraternity,
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
and I hope you get the place of your choice.
Okay, sir.
Uh, may I just ask you a little bit about your background? Like, when did you do your MBBS, your PG, which year you passed out, and where
Okay.
were you working when you took up this exam?
Okay, so I done my MBBS from Trivandrum Medical College. So I joined in the year 2011. Then I have continued 1 year preparation post house agency for the PG entrance. And after that, I got admission in Trivandrum Medical College itself in orthopedics in 2019 batch. And I passed out at 2022. Then I have done my 1 year senior residency in Trivandrum Medical College. And thereafter completing 1 year, I have joined SUT Medical College at Vattapara for my continuing my profession. And during that period, I have started preparing for the FNB entrance exam. And I have learned from my seniors that they have also written this exam during my senior residency days. So I have given a try during my senior residency in 2023, and means last year. But I just to know the pattern. Then I have started my preparation 6 months back by around time of August or September. I have subscribed to the app and started doing the videos. Then I thought that these videos are too long. So to be too precise, to focus on my study, I have started doing the yearly mock test. And actually that gave me a good idea of all the areas which we had to cover in that FNB entrance exam. And
Perfect.
that's my journey, sir.
So the idea of FNB came to you while you were doing your PG only,
Yeah, but during my senior results.
in your
Uh,
senior
yeah.
residency.
Our,
So just an year and a little above that into your senior residency, and just your
yes.
second attempt,
Yes.
and you were able to crack it in such a good way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I would say display of your perfection. Wonderful, Philip.
Thank
And
you,
I
sir.
would wish that you keep going the same way.
Okay.
Okay. So ranked second, Dr. Durgesh.
Yes, sir.
Ranked second maybe, but Dr. Durgesh, I think that's practically just like a topper because even at the second place in this exam, you have all the options in your boat. So you can just
Mhm.
pick and choose. So what's
Yes.
your branch preference going to be now?
So I'll choose arthroplasty.
Okay. So you are in favor of choosing arthroplasty.
Yes,
Wonderful.
sir.
Okay, so little bit about your background also, about your PG days, your senior residency, and when did you actually make that decision that you're going to go ahead with this exam?
So I joined my postgraduate in 2019 actually, in LHMC Delhi,
Mhm.
and completed on 2022. And after that, I've done around 1.5 years of residency in same college. After that, one of my friend, Dr. Noor Alam, he's also actually a Target Ortho subscriber, and he secured rank 8 last year. Then he gave me an idea ki he told me like matlab, go for FNB, it's like a good for the future and all. Then I started researching about FNB and all, and then I met Dr. Himanshu Kataria sir. He's also in my hospital. Then he also gave me advice कि हाँ अगर बेटा अगर आगे और बढ़ना है तो then you have to be like थोड़ी आपको achievement थोड़ी और लेनी पड़ेंगी, and especially if you are living in metro city and you are planning to settle in metro cities like in Delhi, so you have to have some upper edge. Then I started preparing for FNB in like September, mid of September, and then I subscribed Target Ortho, from where I started preparing FNB actually
So this was your first
during
attempt.
second year senior residency.
So this was your first attempt.
Yeah, this is my first attempt actually.
Okay. But I think why you did not require another attempt, perhaps because you had some perfect seniors to guide you through. And Dr. Kataria, he
You can
was
say
so
that, sir.
instrumental in, starting the FNB at sports injury itself. Then Dr. Noor, he's an excellent motivator. I know him personally. And again,
Yes, sir.
amazing and very intelligent fellow. So perhaps I think,
He's actually Dr. Noor is actually my MBBS batchmate.
okay. So
I've
that's
known
how
him
the,
for around like 10 years.
okay. So he carried you across the FNB exam in a way.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Great. Okay, wonderful. And Dr. Vishnu,
Hello, sir.
rank one, perhaps the dream of many
Yes, sir.
that you have achieved. Wonderful. So is that feeling sinking in, or you're still not believing what you have achieved?
So, yes, sir. I am go to it.
Okay, fully back into your senses.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure there must have been a big celebration the moment you would have, learned about the result.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So what have you decided about the branch you're going to proceed with?
I decided to take sports medicine, sir.
Okay, so you're also planning to go with sports medicine. So over
Yes, sir.
past few years, we've seen a big trend towards sports medicine, and arthroplasty is again, coming up in a big way. Nevertheless, spine remains also a very good option for most of the students, what I have seen. So, Dr. Vishnu, how's your background been, and how comes this interest in sports medicine?
Because I had joined my PG on 2018, sir, and in Government Medical College, Kottayam, and I had completed in 2021, sir. And
Okay.
after that, I had done 1 year of senior residency, and after that, I have been working as an assistant professor in Al Medical College, Todupuzha.
Okay.
So this is my third attempt at FNB, and our first attempt I had returned during my senior residency, and last year I had given it, and I have got 7. And because I want to take sports medicine, I am interested in it, so I thought of giving once more try,
Okay.
and this attempt I had cracked it.
So
I hope so.
were you having a good exposure of sports medicine in your PG days, senior residency days, or you felt very
Uh,
different?
yes, sir. During my senior residency, I have been exposed to that arthroscopy, sir, knee and shoulder mainly.
So a lot of candidates, from South India, what I've seen over the past few years, I would say that somewhere down the line, the exam popularity tends to be far more in southern side of the country, and perhaps the people also. I think they've been working very hard to get to the top ranks, and you've just maintained the same pattern, Dr. Vishnu.
Yeah.
That's great to know. So you would also prefer to go with sports medicine. That's
Yes,
great.
sir.
But what again, I have observed with the three of you that very fresh into your career. So what I can see these days that, people are picking up the branches that are their passion and streamlining themselves up little early in their career nowadays. I think that's a very good trend because, in a single branch, if you see that quantity of work, you just become flawless and your complication level goes down. Tackling difficult cases becomes very easy. That's what my experience has been even after FNB. So I would say that that's been a great decision for all three of you to give the exam. Uh, Dr. Philip, I would specifically like to, elaborate you a bit on the context of the FNB that you just gave. Like, what was the difficulty level of that exam? What was the distribution like in terms of the topics being asked?
More.
Can you just brief a
Okay.
bit on that?
Yeah, during the last time, I have given 2 attempts. So the initial attempt it was more towards the sports medicine, but during this year, it was more towards the neurosurgery part, which we are not that much aware of. And because of the classes, we have that background, we can able to rule out some of the not just which are not the answers, and choose any of give a little more guesswork and choose the correct answer. I think the importance of neurosurgery is coming up in these exams, and questions based on the sports medicine and arthroplasty are mainly concept based, which we can answer by listening to the classes.
Okay, so you mean to say that sports medicine and neurosurgery were again key deciders?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Few things that we are not very well exposed to, especially in the PG days. Perfect. Now, and do you also see the exam getting difficult and difficult over the years, Dr. Philip?
Yeah, definitely, sir. Because when I have solved the past question papers and coming to the recent question papers, the concept will be same, but the way the question is being asked is we are made to be confused. So we had to give precise or concentration to what they are asking, and we had to choose the answer correctly, sir.
Dr. Durgesh, uh, something that remains a top worry for most of the people is what was the concentration of previous year questions, like the repeats from the last years, were they direct repeats or were they not? And especially, people love to know, like what was the content of the images? Because, we are generally in the habit of reading and not giving due concentration to the images. So, Dr. Durgesh, what was your take on it? Like, what concentration were the previous year questions and the images?
So I would say they don't repeat actually the direct question, but they choose the similar topics from the last year. Matlab, I guess 4 to 5 years I have given for last 6 or 7 FNB recall questions that I have seen in exam, that they choose the similar topics since last 4 or 5 years, but they don't directly give the same question exactly. But the way they ask the question is very different from the last years.
Last
But
year.
the content is same, but the topic is definitely same.
So just reading
And
the same
about
MCQ.
the
So I'm going to say reading the same MCQs is not important, but knowing that topic is what's more important.
no sir, no sir, no sir. Reading CMQs is not important at all. But the from which topic they ask the question is very important. And
Right.
especially मतलब I say कि जो target author का जो explanation वाला part है, I suggest every TO subscriber to read that also,
To read.
because most of them are reading MCQs and आगे ही चले जाते हैं. But many of them have skipped the explanation part. I would suggest definitely
Go
read
through
the
that.
explanation part, because
Okay.
most of the question were from explanation part actually, not from the question actually.
And were you also troubled by the image-based questions, some confusing images?
From neurosurgery part actually,
From neurosurgery
from
part.
neurosurgery and sports medicine actually.
So little bit of acquaintance to the
From
section of the
core
head and
ortho, it is bit easy question. Neurosurgery part, spine part, and sports medicine part comprises of almost 1/3 of the paper actually.
okay, fair enough. I got it.
That
So
is
due
troublesome.
attention needs to be paid to the both of them also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fair enough. Dr. Vishnu, you've
Yes,
downloaded your
sir.
scorecard.
Hello, sir.
You have downloaded your scorecard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So maybe ask you your score.
309, sir.
309. Wonderful.
Yes.
So that's an excellent score. So 309 from 400.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So you're into the 70s.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So scoring that much with a negative marking in place. So what do you recommend, like, is a good attempt out of
Uh,
400?
Around 90, 95, sir.
Okay. So you mean to say that out of those 100 questions, you have to attempt 90, 95 questions in a difficult paper,
Yes, sir.
because that is what a topper would score, over and above 70%.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And despite neurosurgery and sports medicine making up, such an integral important part and a substantial part, I would say, you were able to go to 90 plus.
Yes, sir. I had attempted 96 questions, sir.
96. So that means you must be fairly prepared with these two odd areas.
Yes, sir.
Neurosurgery and sports
Neurosurgery,
medicine.
we need to give little more importance, sir.
Yes, so that's what people love to know from the people who who've crossed the success barrier, because these are the challenging areas. for anyone who decides to go with the exam, because there's no exposure with neurosurgery and sports medicine. And you're very well indicated that, you have to have an attempt of 95, you need to know these areas. So how did you prepare for these two difficult areas?
Sir, actually, I had in neurosurgery and sports medicine, I had listened to the lectures of this Target Ortho, sir, and that
Okay.
last high yield MCQs, that
I,
was really
okay.
important, really helpful for me, sir.
So those areas sufficed for you to tackle these two difficult domains?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so guys, a common question to all three of you, one by one. So we start with Dr. Philip. So Dr. Philip, I would like you to brief our viewers about your preparation strategy. So what I mean in this area, that first just let us know, like, when did you begin your preparation? What was the average number of hours you were putting it? Whether you were doing it working somewhere or you took your time off, and of course the sources you used for your preparation.
Okay, sir. Firstly, I have started my preparation 6 months back from the approximate date of February. That will be the approximate time for the entrance exam. So I have started around August, mid or September. And from my seniors, I have understood that we had to follow Target Ortho because that is more focus for the FNB entrance exam. So I have initially subscribed to the Target Ortho, and I have started doing the arthroscopy MCQs, and also started to view the videos. Then I thought that continuing in a single topic for a 1 week or 2 week will be fed up or difficult. So I have started, instead of that, I have started doing the year-wise question paper. So it will give an idea of all the areas which we need, and it will be a interesting for us to do some arthroscopy, some arthroplasty, and some neurosurgery part. And thereafter, I started to watch the videos, prepare a note, and have separate note for arthroscopy, plasty, and spine medicine, and also spine. And after that, when I have completed around by December, I have completed all the previous year question paper and all the MCQs. But the problem was that when I was revising it, I am making the same mistake again. So from the previous videos of the Target Ortho toppers, I have understood that revision is the key to this, rather than learning many and many more and more questions. So this, I was working in the medical college as a senior residency. Then I have taken last 1.5 months total leave and completely dedicated myself for preparing for the entrance exam. And the most important thing which I have done is I took revision as the most important criteria during my study days, and I used to cover around 7 to 8 hours per day, revising the topics which I have studied. And every time when I revise, I have known that I am making the same mistake while doing the MCQ. So for me, I think revision is the key point which is needed. And we should also take the mock exam, which is given by the Target Ortho, very seriously, because while preparing for mock exam, we must think ourselves that we are preparing for we are appearing for the entrance exam itself. So with such dedication, I was able to improve my mock exam rank, which gave me a conference. And with that conference, in the last 1 week, I was fully revising what I have taught. I have learned from Target Ortho. And besides that, I have also referred other sources which was given in the WhatsApp group. And this WhatsApp discussion group was actually a eye-opener for me, because multiple same-minded people are discussing about many topics simultaneously. So it will be brushing our previous memories. So that will keep the everything in the present situation, in present mind itself, and it won't be means we won't be forgetting about things. So some questions again the discussion will be coming, and this helps us to keep focused on for the entrance exam, sir.
Okay, so very, very
Okay.
crisp and clear with your strategy. So
Okay,
6 months of dedicated, what I can see you say is good
yes.
enough. And then, revision is again the key, of course, because
Mm.
retaining things is always a challenge.
Yes, sir.
With such a vast syllabus, fair enough. Durgesh, I would like to put up the same question to you also. Like, what was your preparation strategy? When did you start? Average number of hours you put in? And like Dr. Philip, did you also take some time off for the preparation?
So I've started my FNB preparation during my second year senior residency, somewhere around August and or September starting. During initial study time, I don't know actually what is target ortho. But then I came across Noor. I told to him कि like आप तूने कहाँ से पढ़ा? Then he told me like मैंने target ortho से पढ़ा था. Then I know. फिर मैंने देखा. फिर then I subscribed to target ortho. From that I joined target ortho WhatsApp group. From where I started actually preparing from FNB exam. First, I started with just like Dr. Philip. I started with actually previous recall questions, from where I got to know the actually the content and the area of focus of an FNB exam. From where I got to know कि हाँ ये question FNB वाले पूछेंगे मुझे इसमें focus करना है actually में. Then I started. After that, after completing all FNB recall question over the period of 1 month, then I go. Then I completed my target ortho question bank over the next 1 to 1.5 months. And during that time, if I find some question difficult and या फिर कुछ समझ में नहीं आता था, then I started looking for a video target auto videos, premium videos actually. वहां से फिर मैंने अपना स्टार्ट किया. Then I completed my notes, every MCQs and all by the December end or January starting. After that, I started revising. To be very frank, I revised target auto 5 to 6 times.
5 to 6 times. Okay, so
Yeah.
both of you are focused on first completing your curriculum, and then rather than trying to read every damn thing from Google, you focused on the high-yield areas, revised them, and carried them through your mind. Okay. And Dr. Durgesh, how has your experience been with these videos? Did you find them with quality
Wonderful.
content?
Wonderful, sir. Every
Okay.
video is very crisp and clear, especially I would say arthroscopy, sports medicine videos by
Okay.
you.
So you love them.
It
Okay.
is very crisp and clear,
Okay.
crystal clear concepts. I would
Wonderful.
recommend every TO subscriber to go through your videos, sir.
Okay, so that's a great compliment for me. Thank you, Dr. Durgesh. Dr. Philip, how was your preparation strategy? When did you start? Number of hours, how much you think someone requires, and were you also very keen on revision?
Yeah, yes, sir. I focused on revising in the last 1.5 months from the January onwards. And during that revision, the problem is that we'll be doing MCQs repeatedly, and we are making the same mistake which we had earlier made. So I knew that. So I have, as Dr. Durgesh said, I have completed revising all the questions at least minimum 3 times.
Okay, so Dr. Vishnu, your strategy was also same or something different on the cards?
No, sir, similar to the mold only.
Similar to them. So
Uh,
when did you start your preparation, Dr. Vishnu?
Actually, I had given it the last time, so I know I have some idea about what the pattern, how the questions would come. So I had actually started reading from 6 months before the exam,
Okay.
and I have started seeing the videos where I found I am a little bit weak, especially this arthroscopy spine
Okay.
and this sports medicine videos, and they were actually good and helpful for me. And then I do the questions, the target ortho question banks, then also some questions from the ortho bullets. And uh, I also I think mainly understand the concept is needed for cracking this exam. And if we understand the concept well, we can answer the questions. It is easy rather than doing this MCQs and
Okay.
and
So you also stress that 6 months or a little bit more than that is sufficient enough provided you are dedicated.
yes, sir.
And you also recommend that, revision has to be planned up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, Dr. Vishnu, how was your experience going through the question bank? Were the explanations easy enough to understand and retain?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is more than enough, sir.
More than enough. So
Yes.
what alternative sources you recommend to people to add on to the preparation apart from target ortho?
I had gone through the questions of this ortho bullet, sir,
Ortho
but
bullet. Okay.
it is the question patterns are different, I think.
Are different,
This
yes.
FNB.
So exams in India are more focused on asking crisp, straight, and uh, questions that are little direct and Questions in the foreign exams are more research based at times, I think. So the
Yes, sir.
pattern definitely varies. Okay,
Yes,
so but
sir.
you supplemented your information with a little bit of reading from orthobullets.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dr. Durgesh, you also added some other sources.
Yes, sir. I've also added ortho bullets,
You have also
actually.
added orthobullets.
Notes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Ortho bullets
Did
question bank,
question
basically.
bank. Were there some direct questions also from orthobullets or not much this time?
No, no, no. Not direct question from ortho bullets. But the
Okay.
concepts is same.
Concept is same. The only problem I find with orthobullets that you need to have a pre-understanding of the topic to grasp the
Yes, sir.
information from orthobullets. And perhaps I think you watched the Target Ortho videos and now you read orthobullets. It just looks so easy. And the only thing is taking up in the single straightaway manner is the only challenge. Things would come into your mind with orthobullets. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any experience with reading a textbook or any other book for this exam apart from these sources?
No, sir.
So
I
you
but
focused on orthobullets and Target Ortho.
yeah, but I revised actually my postgraduate time books also.
Okay, so
Matlab,
those books
we don't
also.
know what FNB will ask.
Okay, so
So
revision
I'll
was the
have
pillar of your success.
yeah.
Yep. Fair enough, fair enough. Dr. Philip, Miller's is another very popular source, that some people tend to follow. So you are also the one with Target Ortho and Orthobullets, or you went for different source?
Actually, I have seen the PDF of Miller, but the problem was I didn't have time to invest to solve all the questions in Miller. So I thought that sticking with what we have learned and revising is enough. So I have supplemented with ortho bullets, but mostly Target Ortho and mock exam questions were most important. And I was able to, with one or two questions were direct from the mock exam, I think so.
Okay, fair enough. So you mean to say that going through Target Ortho would